Joining me right now is a man who, I go back into the mid-'60s, early to mid-'60s with my rock and roll career as a disc jockey. Randy Haspel joining me right now. You may know Randy and the Radiants from back in the day, one of the top bands around town.
Thank you,
and tell me a little bit about how you guys got going and all of that.
I just want to say, I just want you to be nice to me, or I'll put you in a figure 4 leg lock.
Also a wrestling fan, I see.
A big wrestling fan, always was. We were originally a singing group, and we found a band that needed singers, so we started the Radiants, before the Beatles hit America.
Yeah.
and we did really well in the 60s. We recorded for Sam Phillips.
Mm-hmm. But not at Sun, over at Phillips Recording.
Right,
on
at
Madison.
Phillips Recording. And we had 2 singles on Sun, and recently they've released an anthology of everything we did there from 64 to 66. It's very raw, but so were we.
Yeah, that's right. But this was the heyday for what's called garage bands these days, and you were early in that trend, as a matter of fact. But there were some great bands in the Memphis area at the time. I know contemporaries, the Gentrys and other bands, and there would be battles of the bands out at the Coliseum and at the Mid-South Fair.
We had a lot of battles of the bands, and we used to love that. I want to tell you about the Gentrys because they were sort of our main competition.
Okay.
And Larry Raspberry, and I've known Larry Raspberry since I was about 11 years old. We took guitar lessons from the same teacher, a fellow named Lynn Vernon, who used to play on Channel 3 morning show for years and years. And such a wonderful guitarist, and nobody really knows him. He taught me, he taught Larry, he taught Steve Cropper, he taught Sid Manker, he taught Bobby Manuel, who was just here. So when I would be coming down from my guitar lesson, it was up in an attic of a girls' dance studio. So I'd be coming down, 11 years old, here Larry Raspberry be walking up, So that's how long we've been friendly rivals, and I don't know. They may have finally won the battle of the bands, but with that chart hit record.
Yeah, they did have the Keep On Dancing hit record. Well, now you had a record that I played on WHBQ radio.
Thank you, Dave.
Yes, indeed.
You're the one.
My Way of Thinking. Of you. Well, My Way of Thinking.
That was actually the B-side, but Sam tricked us. We recorded an original song called The Truth From My Eyes. And that was the song that was played mainly in Memphis. But Sam tricked us and told us that was going to be the single. And he made the flip side the A-side, So My Way of Thinking is sort of a little cult kind of song now. It's on all kind of garage compilations and psych compilations. I don't know. It sounded a lot like the Kinks.
Well, it was good because it made it to WHBQ radio.
Thank you, sir.
That tells you something right there. Speaking of which, it's in those days the local radio stations. It was much easier for a local group to get airplay.
It was.
That doesn't happen much anymore, does it?
No. Even in the mid '70s, we signed a major recording deal with ABC Records, and actually, I took it to FM 100, Dave. And I was told, we're very sorry, but, we have this playlist.
Yeah, tight playlist.
But, so.
I think a lot of that changed back in the Drake Chenault format days. This was that rapid-fire California format. It had very short playlists.
Yeah.
We had like 35 songs that we played, and that was it. All right, a couple other things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Number one, I worked with a guy named Harry Chapman, who booked a group from England in the Mid-South Coliseum called the Dave Clark Five.
Oh, my goodness.
You were associated with that, weren't you?
The Dave Clark Five was the first rock and roll show in the Coliseum. And our manager was Johnny Dark.
Yes.
Dude Walker or Dude Love, but John Doherty.
Yes.
And when he became our manager, we were playing for like $75 a night. He became our manager. We were playing for $300 a night. And so one night he came in. We were practicing. He said, "You guys know the Dave Clark Five are coming to town?" And we said, "Yeah." We thought, "Mate, wow, can we get tickets?" And he says, "No, you're opening the show."
Oh, very good.
So, so that was maybe one of the most exciting times of my life. That makes me the first rock and roll band to play the Mid-South Coliseum.
That's right. That's right. They need a plaque there for that when they get that reopened.
I'm a trivia answer now.
Very good. What's going on now? Quickly, we're running out of time.
Okay, quickly, I have a brand new radio show right here on WYPL.
89.3.
It's on 89.3, and it's on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. It's called the River City Soul Show. And I play music from High Records and Stax, what they recorded over at American.
Yes.
And also people that lived here and went elsewhere to record, like Bobby Blue Bland, for instance. I get to play Aretha because she was born here.
Right.
So every Thursday night at 8 o'clock, and I'm having a wonderful time. And just playing this music that I love, and can't beat it.
Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Always good to see you.
Good to see you.
We
Dave.
will talk again in the future, I
Hope so.
That's Randy Haspel from Randy and the Radiance from back in the day, and a great day it was.